Well, that's grand. Oh, hey, mouse works here. Music effects. Oh, this is the... No, you know what? It can be there. Text is English, voice is English, yes. Yeah. Frame space, cancel C, percent is on. Oh, it most likely says those things. Nevertheless. How is the audio? Is the music like, is it too loud right now or is it good? I feel like I might have to bring it down a little bit. Just a smidge. I guess it's a bit good that it's rather high now. Okay, let's try that. I lowered it a little bit. Oh boy. Game selection. Ooh, that's so fancy. Okay. Ooh. Wait, does this spoil us like how many cases there are? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is this the blah, blah, blah. No, wait, hold on. Wait, we have 4 games in this? See that? There's 4 plops over here. And we have... This is the first one. This is what we're gonna start with, but... What is the second one? Dual Destinies... Spirit of Justice... Oh, this contains spoilers. Okay, we're out of there then. I appreciate that. The game itself was like, heck off if you don't want to get spoiled. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Interesting. New game. We're gonna start with Apollo Justice. This was released in 2007 to learn about Trump. Oh. Ain't this fancy? Showdown time. You lose. Whoa, 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 I began a battle! Eek! Blood. Oh boy. Oh. Full transition. I seem to be in a bit of a trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Could it come to that? Huh? Pullosta päähän. Miltä se näytti? April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Ah, we are Apollo. Currently. Panicked, palms sweaty. I can admit it, I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. I have no clue who's talking. Oh, hello. You're a fancy looking lad. We know, I'm assuming we know you because we are calling you a sir. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up tight? Christoph. Wound up, sir? No, I'm loose. I'm fine. I'm not sweating bullets. What? Huh? That screeching noise. Is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. Your first trial, and it's a homicide, I guess. Justice doesn't start small, eh? Who the fuck is Justice? Is it me? Also, yeah. Dang. Already a homicide case. Our first one, apparently, in this one. I'm fine. I got up at 5 AM to do my Court of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality of your screech. Overdid it again. Oh, Christoph is our mentor. Ah, I figured that it would be Phoenix, but shows you what I knew. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. No pressure then, huh? Okay. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. Well, shit. We can't let his case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. One more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. People might take you the wrong way. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. Whom's this the client? Alright, there we go. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. And you got a homicide. Damn. You have as bad as a luck as Phoenix does. No, not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him, no way. Oh, hello, Bacon. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Monday. Or at the very least, a decent one. We just started, so you haven't missed much. Hello. E-A? Says on the hat? Whoa! Good, morning? Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. You think I'm supposed to say something? Help. So, you're... Fine! I'm fine! We are so not fine. Ah, Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. Well, we're off to a great fucking start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me? Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. And he's your friend. So why... You'll see. Huh? You can do it. Be confident. Why is our client so nice? What the heck? Why is he so confident? Why he so confident? I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir. We are a nervous wreck, aren't we? Okay. I need to focus. First trial. Here comes justice. April 20th, 10 a.m. District Court Room number 2. Ooh. The setting's been updated. Hello, Judge. You're gonna be as senile as ever? Sorry. The court is now in session. Oh my lord, what happened to you, Bane? Bane! That is a look. Like, don't judge, no, not judging, but, yeah, that's a look. That's a look. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, hey, that's us. The defense is, fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Oh my god, we're sweating bullet! Buddy! Buddy boy pal, you're sweating bullets! I like your outfit, but like, stop sweating bullets. You're sweating as much as I am. Yeesh. I ain't going blank, don't panic. Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial? Yeah, yes, Your Honor. But I'm fine, really. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Mr. Cameron? Yes, Your Honor. I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always accede to his client's wishes. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course he wants justice. But to entrust his case to this greenhorn, why? I mean, you gotta start with something, am I right? It's kinda actually nice that the client gave us a chance. If we are supposedly a greenhorn. Which we definitely are. I do not exaggerate when I say that you are the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Cabin. Okay, so Cabin's got trial experience, fine, but does he have a cord of steel? Oh, then let's begin. The defense may enter the courtroom. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. I'm sorry we have to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Mitte? Wait. Is this hoodie guy Phoenix? What the heck, dude? You kinda... What on earth are you wearing, my dude? Is it Phoenix? I mean, I guess his eyes kind of look like him, but he looks like he's kind of let loose a bit there. Hello, can you show your back? Hello. It is. That, yeah, okay, that's Phoenix then. Huh. You, turned real casual mode there then. Okay. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days I'm a merely Phoenix Wright. Piano player. No, you're not. No, you're not. What the hell, man? When the hell have you been interested in piano? What the hell happened? After, like, the third game? Well, I hope we'll find out. Holy fudge. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? Phoenix with peanut torn? I guess? I don't really understand this myself, but we are in this case, defending Phoenix, apparently. Huh. I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind to explain the charges, Mr. Bain. Oh, God. To think I saw you enter this room a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave and change. Ah, Winston Bain. Subtle as ever, I see. Ahem. The crime occurred at the Porch Bowl. The fuck names there? Bowling club like this. Porched Bowl Club at a Russian restaurant. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him. Wham! On the head. Smack. Killed him cold. Akka. Pullosta päähän, niin kuin sanoit, Pop. The customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was? The pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright. Pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice. Seriously, not even a wine bottle? A flipping grape juice? Wow. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Deadly bottle. Grape juice bottle used as a murder weapon bears the defendant Mr. Wright's prints. Of fucking course it does. Ay, ay, ay. Something to note, Justice. All evidence in files in a court record. Oh, thanks. Wondering how I get to that. Right. Attorney badge. How long did I yearn for this? One of these. Just putting it on makes me feel ready. Smith's autopsy reports the time of death was around 2 a.m. April 17th. Death caused by a single blow to the forehead. Crime photo, the sub-basement at the Bowl Club. Can I look at this? That's the murder weapon. Parts spilled everywhere. I don't see anything too weird about this picture right now, other than that the bottle's empty. There's no spillage. Didn't say, like, forehead? Kind of strange that he still has his hat on, even though supposedly was hit into the forehead. Deadly bottle, grape juice bottle used to murder weapon bears the... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Grape juice. How long has it been since I drank grape juice? Apparently, it's Mr. Wright's favorite drink. I wonder how well it goes with porch. Anything else? Freaking strong-ass bottle didn't break. Bottle is completely empty. Nice observation. I don't see anything else. Alright. I just want to save. Aha! Yeah, I have no idea how much I like the fact that the mouse also works. Alright. Make a practice of checking it frequently. Just did. The court records. Right. I've heard that. Thank you, Christoph. I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just, Sounds like the time for some hand-on action. Oh, the victim was customer at this restaurant. But just who was this, Toddy Smith fellow?
We believe he was a traveler, Your Honor.
A traveler?
According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. He had only returned to this country recently through his place of residence is unclear.
And he had some sort of connections with the defendant?
That too is unclear at the present, Your Honor. We believe he met at the Porch-Bowl Club on the night of the crime.
If they had only just met, then why murder? Good question. Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing.
That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. As we can see, a game of poker was in progress at the scene of the crime.
Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? That's crime in itself.
Poker's not a crime.
Gambling, I didn't know was a crime in this.
Indeed, it appears our defendant has fallen to become a basis for sort of criminal.
Objection!
Oh, that was Christoph and not us. It is true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim. Yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor.
A competition?
Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs reached in blue flame, now it's a final outcome. Come again?
The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetry in an attempt to mystify those present. And impress a woman.
Wow. That'll be our first order of business there, then. To find out more about this fatal game of cards.
Phoenix, why are you...
There's too many questions. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it. My first trial. Here goes nothing. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. Yeah, I kind of figured. My real job is to take on interest customers over at the poker table.
What's up, doggy? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Monday. Or at the very least, a decent one.
We just started the game and we are defending Phoenix here. He looks a bit different now. Or I guess he doesn't look different, he's just wearing kinda loose clothes. The room where we play and the competition is there are the club main attractions. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. There, it was Phoenix who took my stash. Oi. A pianist who can't play piano.
Better than the defense attorney who can't defend.
Shut up, Bane. Very well, the defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. My first cross-examination. Don't blow it. Are you alright? You're sweating bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy, too. My brain feels strange and raspy, sir. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times. Though you've never done one yourself, have you? Care to refresh? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gavin for a reference course? Nah. You're fine, my dude. You're fine, my lad. We've played 3 games before this. You should be fine. No thanks. No need for help, sir. I think I got this one covered. I think you better do more than think. You know it, or you do not. I'm fine. The cords of steel are ready for battle. My weapons, press and present. Find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. That is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies, Phoenix Wright. As if. Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. I don't know, man. The defense may begin their cross-examination. Okie dokie. Can I save? Not yet. How about now? I can. Alright. Huh? Oh, that was our voice, by the way. You can hardly play? Oh, I play sometimes when customers demand it. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. Was that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask. Respectable face I wear for the world at large. Then why are you really at the Bowl Club? They pay you just to play poker? That would seem to be the case. I'm a professional after all. Do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes. Your imagination was always a bit limited, Winston.
What?
I played poker for 7 years in that little room. And I've never lost. Once. Damn! Hold on, back up. 7 years? Guys, help me out. How old was Phoenix, like, at the end of the 3rd game? Like, 20, 24 or 25? I do remember he wasn't, like, super old or anything. Was it 27? Dang. I don't remember. But he's pushing way past 30 now. Dude's worse gambling addict than me. But that, honestly, that's kind of impressive. If he hasn't lost in 7 years. But could this be also the part where we start poking him around? Maybe the client was about to win. But to be fair, Phoenix was never about, like, obsessed with winning, so... Phoenix Wright is 21 in the first game, and Trilogy 23 in the second, 24 in the third. Okay, so... It's 24... We add 7 years to that, so he's now... 31? Huh. Bitch looks still older than me. Huh. Damn. He looks older than me, but he ain't. Wow. I guess he's become an actual adult now. No longer a young adult. What the hell happened to you, dude? But to be fair, we're not sure. Does it count immediately after the third game, or has there been like a few years before that? You know? Takes 7 years after the trial stipulation. Yeah. 33? But yeah. Point is, he's past 30 now. What? You see why the customers come now? Defeat the undefeated poker champion. It's quite a draw. That is, I am quite a draw. Wait, you've never lost once? Not even one time? As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost once? Is that even possible? How many customers does he get? It's the next question. The room in the crime scene photo is an attraction? It has quite a history, actually. The Porch Bowl Club used to be a gathering spot for black market types back in the day. But black market? All in the past. Things like the black market are only on the silver screen nowadays. Suffice to say that there were a lot of deals being made under the table. Right there in that room. Not gonna lie, he's kinda cute. The current Phoenix? Agreed. Or Apollo. Which one? I do like Phoenix, still. Even though I didn't yet. Yes! So both. Okay. Yes, Phoenix. You guys are in sync. Yeah. But hey, we like Phoenix. We've always liked Phoenix. Except when he was the, you know, the love-struck wimpy ass dude. Way back then. Single brain cell movement, yeah. We like Phoenix. Let's hope that Apollo pulls off too. But now he's on. In the brain ass hoodie and a all it took was a huppari ja pipo. Okay. Or could it be that now he has the like an actual adult charm to him? He was a young adult in the other games. Now he's more. Now he has the similar kind of adult aura. Oh wait, yeah, he kind of has the same kind of adult aura that Mia had, you know? Ah, good point. She's checks calendar. Okay, that yeah, we do not. We do not ask you that, keys. That's funny. Anywho, a smoky room, gambling hoods, you know. Just looking at this picture makes me feel bad. The bosses gather around the table, cutting deals safe from the eyes of the law. Meanwhile, a goon keeps watch through the small window. I can practically picture it now. That window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout for little else. The room had a few other tricks to it. But it was a common knowledge to our regulars. At any rate, they come to play poker in a room steeped in history. Despite the dark past, it was all just good, clean fun.
Hold it!
2 decks of cards. A simple measure prevents cheating. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can slip in cards. There is something else I noticed. In addition to the cards on the table, there were some lying scattered on the floor. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards upon the floor. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by a sad swept of cards. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we used 2 types of cards at the club. I knew you would like Kristoff, Isu. I knew you would. Kristoff seems to be Apollo's mentor. And Kristoff seems to be Phoenix's friend. Which is why we are defending him. One deck of cards was red and the other blue. As I recall, in poker you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes. Game of hands. Huh? This competition you're talking about, I believe the court understands the nature of the game sufficiently.
Hello, Tiggery. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Monday, or at the very least a decent one. Objection!
We haven't gotten to you do that much yet. That's right. It was a simple game after all. Are you serious? Are you sure? Huh? People are not murdered over simple games, Mr. Justice. Defendant, you were in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. Yet you claim no connection to the crime. Well, that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules, Your Honor. Of course, I expected to hear a cry of objection from the defense.
I completely let that one slip by.
Hey, I was just going through the things first. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right? There's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand. And I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well, the defendant will amend his testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony.
Hold it!
Silence? The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts you in a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in our favor, yes? Right, like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything odd about the testimony?
Yeah, I did, but it's not letting me do that yet.
Wait, something he said did ring a little strangely. Just one thing, now what was it? When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence.
I know, thank you, Kristoff, though. I am aware what to do, but first...
I did notice the game do be doing an autosave here and there, but
Alright.
Isn't it a little early to jump to the conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget the press. Right! I got it! I'm fine! Time to listen to the testimony again.
Nah, we good.
And this extra thing here.
Objection!
Boom. Objection! So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon? This grape juice bottle? Except this is rather funny that we're pressing on this, because this is gonna make Phoenix look extra guilty for the fact that this bottle does have his fingerprints. So I don't know why we're exactly doing this right now, because this is gonna make us look real bad, but you know, man, guess we're here for the truth. Right. So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice? Uh-huh. Oh, God, don't do a hair flip, Bane.
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What is it, Mr. Bane?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered with the defendant's fingerprints.
Huh? Why did we shout objection there? Soon he'll push that finger through his forehead. No need to shout, Mr. Justice. I can hear you just fine. Ouch. Polo, you're kinda embarrassing yourself there, buddy. Excess yelling can damage the judge's ears, and our case. But what about my cords of steel? Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints are... Oh, wow, yeah. Still as screechy as ever, Bane.
Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean? It means that most likely it was held like a weapon instead of, you know, like you would be drinking from it.
It means he was holding a bottle inverted, and there can be only one reason for that.
Wapow. Jesus, that hair.
Yes, to brain someone with the bottle.
Mr. Gavin, I think things just took a turn for the worse. Oh? I see no problem, Justice. Huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you'll see. You don't carry bottles held upside down. I mean, like, in this particular case, it does matter in what way the fingerprints are on the bottle, I guess. But I suppose it would be good if there was, like, multiple fingerprints, like, everywhere around the bottle. Not just the way it was most likely used to be whacked with, but now I'm starting to think that maybe this bottle was not necessarily used as a murder weapon because, I don't know. Must be a really strong-ass bottle to not break during the impact. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative of you. This court heard your case. Who heard your case?
I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be some reason.
Objection!
I'm gonna lurk, but happy lurking.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. What that might be, Mr. Gavin. On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported?
Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that...
Really?
Yes, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call came from first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made the call? My god, does he still have the same flipping phone? Right cell phone. Used by the defendant notify the police from the restaurant's first floor. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so could choose. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Cabin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being.
Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about...
What was it that you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
Yes, good as they say you are.
So someone else was in the room of the night of the crime? That must mean they witnessed the crime. Or they did it. Everything up until now has been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready?
Here we go.
Very well, the prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
The witness will state her name and profession.
Place your bets, guys. Do we get a normal person actually telling their name and occupation, or do we have to fumble through this again? No. 100% no. Okay. I'm kind of with you here, doggy. Let's see if we are wrong. Oh, hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns.
This is a hairstyle, buddy. I used a little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. Any horns point in your direction, this court will cut them off. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please come out. Is it violent against hair a crime, Your Honor? Well, if you are sure it is, okay. Well, we are kind of fumbling right now, so... Hey! Wait a minute. Would the prosecution care to explain the witnesses' paraphernalia?
Ah, yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools in her trade.
That would be...
My name is Olga Orly. I'm employed as a waitress in the Boys Bowl Club restaurant.
Okay. Then why the camera?
course it's my pride and serve ports that is naming restaurant, but I also perform, how is it said, other services.
I take it one of these other services is taking the customers' pictures?
Da. Like, for example, this one.
Already giving us a photo. Phoenix, are you wearing flip-flops? My dude, you sure having a outfit there, buddy? Oh, that's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder.
Man in a white hat is one who has gone kaput.
Indeed. Well, that is the victim. Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It is same way as I drop cold bowls of prods on laps of customers, casually.
Why? Don't drop cold soup. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. The defendant and Mr. Smith at the Porch Club. Okay. I actually wanna see that photo a bit better. AI. They have eaten something. I see a bunch of these bottles, grape juice bottles here. Other than that, I don't see anything unusual again.
Now, witness, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in room. The hideout, we call it.
Excuse me? The hideout?
It is a room where famous gangster, but guy, was arrested. It's room where murder took place.
What?
You look utterly surprised. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom door later for you. The photos will be numbered and you will write which one you want a copy of.
So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Shadi Smith, Mr. Wright, and Olga Orley, our witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about the night's events. The fateful night.
That night, customer asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on, The victim, he plays whole time with his hand on the locket and his neck. Then last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. The man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death.
Huh? But she's already lying there. Strangling? I'm back. What I miss? Well, we have a witness. There was a third person in the room, Olga, and she's claiming that somebody got strangled. A bit. I'm not sure. Did she mean like did she mean like Phoenix tried to strangle Smith, or Smith tried to strangle Phoenix? That part is unclear a bit. Incidentally, who won the game?
Isn't it obvious the winner was the victim, Mr. Smith?
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Justice. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case my first 7 years as a prosecutor either.
That's a lot of bullshit.
Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay the very moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith. Wanna warm up some food? You do that. Get some nom-noms.
Chips, you say?
I mean, yes. Imagine that poker, it was a war. Your hand is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, you know, poker had a card room. Okay, sure.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. Defendant and victim's chips where crime took place. Very well, the defense may cross-examine the witness.
Before that...
Well, let's start pressing. You were dealing cards. Do you do this often?
Duh, I am doing this. If customer wishes it, I serve everything. Porch, cards, more porch. It is my work.
It's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service.
Welcome to the porch bowl crap. The porch is as warm as it waitresses.
Thank you for the not handling of flyers during the cross-examination. It's already April. How could it be cold?
At Porch Bowl Cup, we have tried an authentic rustic Russian restaurant deep. Outside is a city of spring, but inside is always cold as Mother Russia.
No way I'm going there.
When it comes to hot porch, cold is best seasoning, duh.
Would you want to go to a restaurant that's freezing just to eat a hot soup? His locket?
I believe it is good luck charm, duh. He gripped it as many times as he played that night.
Oh yes, he must have thought it might carry him to the moon and stars. Thought it were small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much left. The defense would like the clarification this is a locket we're talking about. Yes, but I also like cold, so my opinion is too bad. That's the thing, and like, she's not wrong in terms of like, if it's cold, something warm, like a very warm food is like twice as delicious then. So she's technically not wrong there. But I don't know if I would go to a restaurant necessarily if it's a... Now, you know what? We do be having igloo, like, you know, ice restaurants up in the north. Don't we? We have literally like an ice bar and whatnot. Like the stools are and everything and the bar is made of ice. Probably looks annoyingly similar to my middle cousin when he was young. Oh no. I mean, he is supposed to be a young chap here, so he certainly strikes a look. To be fair, he looks younger than what Phoenix did. you know. Either that or he's just a smaller dude. And that's that. Not vibing with that Tatiana look. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I feel like he would look better if he just slipped the hair, like, fully back, you know? And then those two spikes would be, like, pointing back instead of forward. I mean, a pendant with a picture in it, right? Not a rocket? Oh, of course I knew that. Probably a pendant shaped like a rock. Nah, whatever. These guys are idiots now. Like, they do point backwards, but if you just slip them a little bit more, then it wouldn't look as goofy as it does right now. You know what I mean? Maybe if one of those, these parts of hair grow directly out of the spite cases. Oh no, he's just cursed with the bad hair in front part of his head. Poor lad. It's considered bad form to poke fun at the heart of a hearing in our society. Oh god, guys, I just realized that Kristoff has the anime dead mom hair. You guys know what I mean by this? It's when the hair is like just like that, only on one side, like a. But to be fair, it's not braided. It's not tied up or anything. It usually has like a little tied section there, but like. I hope I didn't just. Oh boy, I don't want this guy to die. At the very least, right now he seems like a good person. Hard of hearing, hard of understanding. Oh, what happened next? With a spike, it can be used as a weapon. Ah.
Hold it!
Something terrible? The defense will refrain from needless shouting. Sorry. I need to seriously reconsider this vocal training thing. Oh, Miss Orley, can you tell us what happened?
Oh, I was so frightened. I trampled with fear.
Yeah, this one. The man flew at the victim and strangled him to death. Like, that is like... What the heck? But the defendant would never do such a thing. Again, Justice, don't start your sentence like that. You need to back it up. Well, now I can't say I've ever heard the defense try this tactic. If possible, please refrain from embarrassing me. Ouch. Still, why would anyone do something like this over a game of poker?
Perhaps it is because defendant has lost game?
Yes, a crushing defeat for a man undefeated. So it always with the men like him, winners make sore losers, or how the mighty fall. Go ahead, I believe now what is you need to do. Right, sir, leave it to me. There were only 3 people in a room at the time of the crime. Victim, Shotty Smith, and Mr. Wright. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer... I've got you now, Orly. Yeah. But, before I start pressing... Let's see. Be sure it's the last one, because there was no strangling. This part. Who had a victim and strangling him to death? That's... no. Single blow to the forehead. There was no such thing as strangling. You see?
Objection!
So you're lying to your ears right now. Oh really? Strangled, you say? That's odd.
Normal customers only choke on porch.
No, I mean this report shows that the victim died on a blow to the head.
Hey,
Miss Orley, really now? Did you witness the crime? Oh, nice. Nice catch. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yet it is fact that he was hit, Your Honor.
Oh, there we go.
Here's a photo we took of the victim with his hat off during our investigation.
That's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly has hit. Yeah. That is a very strange angle, isn't it?
But I have seen it happen.
I don't know if you saw this current situation happen, but oops, not that. I wanted to go see the picture. Is the blood seeping backwards because he's leaning backwards, or... But that is very strange. If there is blood, which there clearly is, there is no blood on the bottle, right? Like, this thing doesn't have any blood on it. Absolutely zip nada nothing. It's an empty bottle. Nothing. Wonder if that's gonna come back.
The defendant, he lunged at victim, his neck.
Oh really, Miss Orley? I think I've got you in your own line this time. Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. There's such a thing as thinking too much. This horse is dead. Let's stop beating it. There's such a thing... Okay. Okay. Hey, the defendant tried to strangle victim. He hit him with the bottle. You didn't say anything about hitting before.
So sorry, I must be forgetting this.
Witness, you will take greater care with your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
And that clears up the discrepancy with the autopsy report, I believe. The defendant may be the defendant made to strangle his victim, then changed his mind. And choose a simpler, blunter means to do the job. Yes, that sums him up nicely.
So he strangled him, then hit him. Something fishy about this. I do believe it's still the last one, but we just need... I'm just gonna see if it's the... I feel like it might be the picture that we just were given of the victim. Mayhaps. This picture here. Because there's no signs of strangling here. So we could try that.
Objection!
Oop. Well, wasn't that?
It was not it.
Eh? Why isn't it? Eh? Eh?
Please load that back.
Right. And hit him with the bottle. What does it want me to do here? Because I first thought that this photo would prove it that he wasn't strangled because it doesn't have any marks there.
Hold it!
They're just talking about that. Dang. I am a bit... I just realized, look at how the time here.
Objection!
Not that.
Not that.
I have to like...
Hold it!
Let's see if it gives us more anything more. I'm thinking again like too far ahead. I need to like figure out like what does the game want me to figure out right now. After the defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with bottle. And if we press here, hear about this. Would it still be the autopsy report? It wasn't the photo. Wasn't the photo? Could it still be that, or could it be the bottle? Huh?
Objection!
No, it's not the autopsy thing. Okay. Got it. It's not the autopsy thing. Dang, even the tutorial thing is getting me now.
Objection!
No, it's not that either. Double check.
Objection!
And it's not the bottle. Am I pressing in the wrong place? No. This is the only thing that even even Justice says that it's fishy. So I've tried this. I've tried this. I've tried the phone. What am I missing?
Objection!
Wow, I've almost pressed on everything. Or pressed on everything. I mean, presented almost everything I have. It's not... It really wasn't this photo either? No, it wasn't. Huh. So then it has to be a different spot completely. It's no longer that. It needs to be something else. And on is locked. Let's, whoops. Didn't mean to do that.
Hold it!
Then these idiots start to talk about some moon and rockets, and I'm like, stop! Hey.
Hold it!
We just get scared, we get scolded. For fuck's sakes, it has to be the last one.
Hold it!
I don't have much to use here anymore, so guess I might as well start popping everything. Popping all the things I can.
Objection!
And it's not that either. Now I've legitimately put everything in there. What the heck? I've used all of these except for the phone. Oh, clue. Yeah, I'm like... It's like we're missing something. We are missing something to press with, basically. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, thanks, Kristoff, for thinking so highly of me. Leave it to me. There were only 3 people in a room. You are not giving me much clues here, game. Asked me to deal with cards. We didn't get anything from that. They're talking about the freaking soup here. We're not getting further with this locket thing. Something terrible happens. It has to be this last freaking thing, but... But it's not accepting any of these things. And I'm literally like... What the heck? Oh, fuck it. No, it's not accepting the phone either. Wow, I've literally presented all the things in the last section now. Quite literally done that. This is a very bad sign when a flipping tutorial case is giving us, or me, this much trouble. What the hell? Yeah. I'm gonna take a plunger there. Literally the beginning. I wonder how I get to the... Wait a second. I think I found it.
Objection!
What the fuck? No. Seriously, game? You said about a locket. Here's the thing, Justice has a locket. I mean, Justice, go. Fright has a locket around his neck. But just realized that in this photo, this guy also has something around his neck. But in this one, he no longer has it. See? No longer has it. The fudge is doing it of Fright's neck now. I switch to the... Wow. Be... Yeah, can we look at the phone? Huh? Wow, the battery is being held with a piece of tape. Here's the thing, I'm trying to like now dictate what the game wants me to figure out right this instance, because now I figured out just from the fact that when she's saying that the victim was plays the whole time with his hand on a locket on his neck, yeah, he did have that locket, but now it seems like that same particular locket is around Phoenix's neck, but the problem is I don't know how to check the profile pictures. You want me to check the Vicky? Could you please? Because this is starting to like kind of bother me, because I'm like, what does it want me to figure out right now? Because I have this problem where I overthink things or I think too far away. I'm trying to like piece together right now, like what does it want me to figure out right this instant? Because she has changed the testimony now to the after defendant tried to strangle victim, he hit him with the bottle. And something terrible, the victim plays the whole time with it and pocket. I'm thinking the locket is gonna be a thing at some point, but it's not a thing right now. It has to be something else. And I'm guessing it is this last part, but the problem is that The problem is that I have presented pretty much all of these evidence minus the attorney badge. And I don't seem to be able to get to the profiles. Which bothers me because I would like to get to the profiles too. Eh? But that's the first thing that I pointed. I swear to fucking god if this game...
Objection!
No! Eh? He doesn't see anything faulty with it. Ow! Eh? Eh? What the hell? Do I need to unlock something first? Alright, let's go back where he talks about the locket. This part here. Hold on, do I have to present it here? What? Didn't I do that?
Objection!
I guess not. Wait, did I use the wrong photo here? Huh. I guess I just lost the track of what the hell I had already used. Okay. Well, found it. I guess it did want me to focus on the locket already. Huh. Well, anywho, we got further. You know, there was one curious part in her testimony, just like Mr. Cabin said. But what does it mean? Mr. Justy, would you care to explain what is it you're thinking so intensely about? Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on the locket at his neck, I believe he said. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Look at this graph. Do you see a locket on his victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If we are to believe this witness's testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. It didn't disappear, it's literally around Phoenix's neck. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off. No? Taken it off? Wait, don't mean... The defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all. He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Ah! The defendant, what do you have to say to this? Yeah, see, the freaking locket is around his neck. Hey. Yes? I just noticed this, but... You have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh? You mean this? Yes, it's a locket. With a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. When did you have a child? Oh, cool. That's news to me. Oh, cool. Hey, yo, do we have a marginally less blind judge this time? I mean... Sorry, I'm still like, your daughter? Okay. A lot happened in the 7 years, I guess. She must be tiny. Must be still kinda small. Can we see a picture, though? I'm actually curious. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter. I guess it was a surprise to everybody. We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. Huh. Can we see the picture? So Mr. Wright has a locket too. Or... Why don't I buy that this is just a coincidence? Well, now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear that the defendant lost badly. Miss Orley? You will testify to the court about the game played between the victim and the defendant. I'm starting to question what the hell she saw.
The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning was victim. For last hand, defendant played with all chips on the table and lost. The moment loss was decided, defendant grabs bottle from the table and...
Uh-huh. Indeed, looking at this picture. But the bottle is on the other side of the table. Huh? Doesn't seem to be a one-sided game.
As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow.
How many times have I heard these words? I've done it in a fit of anger, yet honor. Come on, tell for true.
Methinks the judge watches too many old court movies.
Mr. Wright said he hasn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong.
Well, we are basing our beliefs in our client's words, so if we go by that logic, then the victim most likely used some form or way to cheat. Maybe.
I need to know who Trinix had a kid with.
I want to know too, but I feel like we are not gonna get that info yet. Okay. So let's start pressing. Are those the usual starting points? Were any special rules used?
No, no special. Usual game, usual rules.
If each man began with a 300,500 points, then the total would be exactly 7,000 points. Perhaps this isn't a calculus. It's not even long division. Don't go spoiling yourself, Kiesel.
Are the chips on this photo all the chips that were used?
Check the wiki, not gonna say anything though. You went and spoiled yourself. Impatient.
Duh. Of course.
Eh? Something's fishy with these chips. Should I press harder? Press suhado. Maybe you could explain a bit about these chips.
Explain. What is there to be explained?
Poker chips are poker chips. There are no fish and chips. Not a chip off and all.
Shut the fudge up.
Now that I've pressed her, I'd better ask something. What are these chips worth? Are they in dollars or rubles? Even... Yet, as I've been saying before, it was a game, not a gambling. Hard perhaps for capitalists to understand. 2 types of chips. 100-point chip and 1000-point chip. It is not money.
Hold on a bit.
Hold on a bit.
Guys, do you think that the smaller chips could be the 1000 chips? If the losing hand here is Phoenix's, it's he would have 4,100, and the other one would be having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2,900. So that would mean that the victim was technically losing in terms of money. And Phoenix would be winning in terms of money, but this game would be a lost game. It's somehow hard to a capitalist to understand. Oof. I don't know. Could be. She didn't say were the bigger chips the ones that were the 1,000 ones or the 100 ones. She just said that there's 2 kinds of chips. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. Justice? Sir! Don't you find her comment interesting? In more ways than one, sir. I'd have it added to her testimony myself. Well, does the defendant want the witness to add her testimony?
Yep.
Yes, I do think this deserves further, scrutiny. What the fuck is a scrutiny? Add it to the testimony. I wish I knew where I was going with this. Very well, witness, if you would be so kind.
There, Your Honor.
Yeah, there's the thing. Mr. Gavin said this testimony is important. To be honest, I have no idea why. I have an idea, Apollo. Use that head of yours. Mr. Justice, do the court favor and think of what you want to say before raising your hand. We are not in a kindergarten. Routine is basically being more nitpicky about the content and talking into the specifics more. Oh. I don't think I've come across that word before. Sorry, I'm fine. I'd better think of something to ask. The two types of ships. The small ones are 100 and the big one's 1,000. Right? Right, of course.
Heh.
I knew it. It's the other way around.
Don't waste our time.
Is that all? Yeah.
Wait. They didn't confirm it. Oi!
And now I'm the one who looks dumb. Oh, Justice. Please try not to embarrass me like that. Huh? Who? Me? There's a clear contradiction in this information you have in your hands. What? It's a simple matter of calculation. Go on, try this. Ah, my fucking god. I already did! Okay, but I will be pressing on these still. You're telling me that Mr. Wright, undefeated for 7 whole years, was losing?
Yeah, it must have been most unlucky day for him. I am glad I did not take other picture of him. It would break camera, certainly. The chips... They went always the victim's side of table.
You're telling us it was a one-sided game?
Yeah, one-sided and... Our last hand, defendant play with all chips on the table and lose. The moment loss was decided.
Okay. Let's press on these two. Last hand.
It was the largest points of any hand. The defendant hand, it was excellent. He tried to use it to take victory from behind.
It appears that the both defendant and the victim's hands are in this picture. That is truly an excellent hand, however, so is the victim's.
One with the highest number wins, so defendant loses.
The victim, Mr. Smith, had a stronger hand than the defendant and crushed him. I believe that explains what occurred next.
Once cards laid down on the table, it happened.
And what happened next?
Even to think about it now, it shakes and trembles. I did not believe such a thing would happen.
What such thing?
Please, you must believe. I had no idea. I could just think...
Voi vittu nyt. What such thing?
Yeah.
Ai helvet.
The defendant had been hitting a victim. I saw it all happen right before me. I saw bottle coming down on victim's head.
Decisive, isn't it, Your Honor? Eyewitness saw the very moment of the crime.
Yes. Remember, your first goal is to gather information. Yes, sir.
Don't worry, don't worry. We're still good, we're still good.
There has to be this chip part over here.
People.
Just saying, buttons are a bit different here.
Objection!
They did not tell us which ones of these chips is the one that's worth 1,000 and which one is worth 100. And therefore, it means that the smaller ones must have been the 1,000 ones, and the bigger ones were the 100 ones, in this case. And we did the calculation. Phoenix had more money. You sure it was the victim who won? Absolutely sure.
Uh-huh. It seems our new attorney is a bit confused. A glance at the picture is enough to tell you he won. If you're not in a kindergarten...
Shut the fuck up. Enough with the kindergarten today. Just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem to the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points?
Why, the big ones, of course, duh!
Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up.
The totals.
Oh yeah, because you can do basic math and see the... Because both parties are supposed to have 3,500, right?
Yeah.
Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points of chips. And the combined total value of the chips is at 7,000 points. Yes, my calculations are correct. Let's see. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You aren't in the kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. This clearly contradicts the witness testimony.
But why? How could this be?
Exactly, Justice. Now that you know that what, you must determine why. Right, there's only one possible way to explain this contradiction. Ooh, I'm happy I get to actually save in this kind of part. Starting points were wrong, chips count was wrong, both were right, huh?
Ah.
My brain fried up. What? I... No, there's enough chips for both of them. Like divide them to those 3,500, so there's enough for both of them. So the starting points aren't wrong. Wait, hold on. I'm stupid. I'm stupid right now.
I'm stupid.
No. Okay, each man began with the game with the 3,500 points. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photograph, then there can be only one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chips was the other way around.
What?
Want to know what I think? The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Seriously, we're still about this. Okay. Show me the photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips and 10 large chips. Why, that does make 7,000 points when you add them up. There you go. We talked about the chips. We are not closer, in a sense, yet. So now we know that in terms of money-wise, Phoenix was the one winning. But then Olga did say that at the last game, Phoenix put everything on the table? Was it? Excellent work, Justice. It's almost as thought you figured it out by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it.
But wait. The value of the chips may be different, but the change is nothing.
Indeed, the victim did have the larger number of chips still. Ah, exactly. If the small chips are 1,000 points and the large chips are 100, let's do a little math. Add up the points for each side of the table. Okay. The victim, Mr. Schmidt, had 2,900 points and the defendant had 4,100 points. Well now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all.
That's impossible.
My client has even less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Now, Miss Orley, you must have known the true value of the chips, since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Eek. Still catching that food. Order, order. It appears our defendant has lost his motive, and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether... Excuse me, what is it, Miss Orley?
I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see,
What, Miss Orley? What do we see?
Oh, she's going off the book.
in the last hand, there was a cheat.
A cheat? You don't mean a trick?
Wait, do you mean scam? They're all the same thing.
There was a cheat in the last hand. That is why the game ends with chips as they are.
Right, just great. First we have a lying, now cheating. Well, this case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting. Witness, you will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand.
The last hand, both men had full house. There is a 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. In the next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant trick was exposed. He took bottle in his hand. Poor Mr. Smith.
Miss Orley, why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? I thought I smelled a cover up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience.
That alone is enough to suspect less than scrumptious tactics.
Mr. Cabin? What's a full house?
Liars these days, you don't know your poker.
I can't say this bodes me well for your case career. What is this, some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice? You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, and 3 of kind, yes? Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, 3 guns, 3 of kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 3 of kind. That's a full house. That doesn't sound very easy to make, does it?
You can see each player's hand in this photo.
Wow, they both have a full house.
You forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat.
The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand? Who's ever heard of professional con man losing when they cheat? True. Just how hard is it to make a full house anyway?
It is quite hard, It is making a pair and 3 of kind at the same time.
I guess that's right. Very difficult to be sure. You can take my word as a poker hurt in the ass, sure.
Very difficult, but it is not impossible.
Okay, full house, hard. This line is questioning. Waste of time.
Hold it!
4 of each card, you say?
There is 1 spade, 1 diamond, 1 heart, and 1 cup for each card. It is interesting fact that this number 4 comes from number of seasons.
Oh, you don't say. And this you know that the cards are the numbered 1 to 13? And all the cards in the deck? Okay, yeah. Huh, you don't say. Is that 1 day short?
That's why each deck has 2 jokers. They say the second joker stands for the leap year. Thus you have a perfect representation of the year, all in the deck of cards.
Huh, you don't say. Oh, I ain't been in this court for over a year if it keeps going like this. How was it clear?
Well, the defendant, he played the 5th ace.
Eh? It did? Oh, that's how you change the profile. Eh? You played the 5th ace. But... Eh? Do we see it on the floor here then? No. Okay. A 5th ace?
I still remember both hands very well.
Huh? Mr. Smith's hand was 3 aces. Huh? Mitäs hevon vattua täällä nyt höpistään? Eihän tuolla ole mitään pataassa tuolla toisella kädellä. Sillä on 3 kuningasta. Mitä helekattia tämä touhua taas? Why is she remembering it like that? We literally have a photograph showing that it's not like what she's just now describing. Obviously cheating was afoot. What the hell? Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to the testimony without Mr. Brine's joke. Oh, very well, the witness will add this detail to her testimony, please. Yeah, I feel like I don't even have to press any further. That's just stupid. She's just spewing bullshit at this point. Why is it that such an obvious bullshit, though? Why? Oi, hey. Oi, hey. We literally have a photograph of the freaking table. It appears the witness is mistaken.
Mistaken. But my name...
Look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. A photo of the chips is an odd. Justice, perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out your point. Oh yes, please, point out the contradiction of this photo. What particular point contradicts the witness's This. Yeah. Sorry, in your testimony you made the following claim. Mr. Smith's hands has 3 aces, but you can clearly see the victim's hands only held 2 aces. Yeah, where the hell did you get that from? Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps about the defendant hand held the 3 aces. Oh, jumalauta. Take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also has 2 aces in his hand. Where's this 5th ace? I see cheating already, and it's going on right here in this courtroom. Why is she lying so much? 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total, or to proof of cheating.
Wait, please. It is true. I have seen it the 5th ace. I was cheating, I swear to you.
That's odd. She must be lying. Yet she's most sincere. I've seen her all day. You're right to trust your instincts. Mr. Gavin? Who knows what lies in the store for us in the trials ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps we might examine the actual cards. The cards? Mr. Bain? Yes. The player's hand that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The defense would like to request the cards to be shown to the court. Very well, the prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? Oh. We actually have to choose which ones, or... Now, which one of these cards is most suspicious? The victim's hand. If Olga was saying that the victim was... Wait, did she say... No, I want to go with the victim's hand. Not the victim's hand that changed over the course of the witness testimony. The defense requests time to examine Mr. Smith's cards. Very well, Mr. Bain, if you would. Alright. Well, time's a waiting. Get to it, Justice.
I will, I will.
Only one of these cards has a blue back. I'm much more of a red guy myself. Blue is so not red, you know. For some reason I thought they were using blue backed cards in the final hand. So this king is a cheat card. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Yes, sir. Up. Oh, wow. See, I'm going too fast. I'm literally going too fast. Yeah. Oh, now he's saying different, of course. Your Honor, look at this. One of the victim's cards. The back is different color.
That is impossible.
Wow, she's so full of bullshit.
But I put that card.
Okay, what did they say?
But I put that card in Bright's hand. Ah!
What was that, Miss Orley?
No, Mary said, I have,
Your Honor? Mr. Gavin, yes? Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat at poker? To cheat? I'll tell you. One merely needs a friend, a comrade, shall we say. The dealer. Ah! Wait, so you mean... this witness, Miss Orley? He's the cheater. A professional, I'd wager.
yeah.
Order, order! Focus, Justice. Time to take advantage of her. Of her mistake. Nice save, buddy. He noticed what he thought. He noticed what he thought, immediately corrected it. Good job, Apollo. Your Honor, please recall the testimony we just heard. Ergo, Ms. Olga Orley conspired to cheat not with my client, but with the victim, Mr. Shoddy Smith. Not only did she cheat, she cheated poorly. Therefore, it's not hard to imagine the alterations between her and the victim. What? Wait, you don't mean... defense isn't accusing the witness, Miss Olga Orley, are you? Time for justice. There are 3 people in the room at the time of the incident. And if Mr. Wright isn't guilty, that means I am. The defense accuses witness Miss Olga Orley of murder. Oh. Well, she ain't capturing that. Oh, never mind. Wow. Miss Rain, where are you? Where is your witness, Miss Olga Orley?
It appears she has lost her consciousness, Your Honor.
Mr. Justice? Your Honor? It seems you presented a new possibility to the court, one suggesting a connection between the witness and the victim, Mr. Smith. And that means this court cannot pronounce a verdict for the defendant at this time.
Yeah, what?
I did it. I held out. I see no point in prolonging the trial this day. The prosecution will need to make a further inquiries.
Objection!
Eh?
Mr. Wright?
Mitä?
You can't end the trial here, Your Honor. Not yet.
What nonsense is the defendant spewing now?
Think. One of the cards had a different colored back. Don't you wonder what it means?
What are you doing, Mr. Wright? Raising objections right where you're about to get off the hook. Ridiculous.
Mr. Bain, you all of people should know. Mr. Wright has a talent for the ridiculous. Perhaps we should get to the bottom of things. Let's clear up the facts about the game that fateful night.
As was said before, we alternate between two decks of cards that night.
As was said before.
The two decks at the club have different colored backs, blue and red. One color per deck.
Why use different colored backs?
If you use the same color, the two decks might get mixed.
Use the different colors and they still got mixed up?
We used the red deck for the last game. I see, but that's odd. For some reason, I have this impression that you were using the blue cards.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure someone said something about blue cards.
Whatever. In the end of the card of the wrong color got into the mix. Which means there was cheating.
Yes, a card slipped into the deck would seem to indicate cheating. Yet this card raised two serious questions. Polo?
Yes?
Let's consider the first question, shall we? Think. In the last game, when was the card swapped? When? There are three broad possibilities here. It could have been swapped before the murder, during the murder, or after the murder.
Well, yeah, thanks for the new bulleting, Mr. Wright. Of course it was swapped.
Oh? It might be as simple as you think, Mr. Bain, or it might not be.
Yeah?
I'd like to hear what Apollo thinks first.
Oh no.
What do you guys think? When was the card swapped? After, before, or at the moment? After, before. What the fuck am I talking about? Like, before the game, after the murder, or during the game? When do you think the cards were swapped? When was the card swapped into the deck? Before, during, or after? No clue. Well, let's think about it. What if it was done before murder? That would imply cheating. But the problem is that you see the... Wasn't poker the kind of game where you like see the... You don't see the opponent's cards, right? You're supposed to hold them in your hands. So you would see the back of the card. Which means before, it couldn't have happened because obviously the other one would have noticed that, we have a blue card in a red deck. During? That seems a bit too late at that point. Could it be that it was swapped, like switched after? I'm gonna say after. Perhaps it happened after the murder? What's that ridiculous? What's the point of cheating after the hand has been shown? That's silly.
Objection!
Huh? Yes, but tell me, how do you swap cards during the game? I'll take silly over impossible.
Take it from me, son. There's a lot of silly things in the world, but very little impossible.
Oh, even when the backs of the cards are a different color? If you pulled that during the game, you'd caught in no time. Ah, quite true. That would mean that the blue card is in question was swapped after the hands were shown, after the murder.
Okay, this is going past silly and straight to the crazy. I ask again, what's the point of cheating after the game's over? Who would do that?
I mean, to cover up something. Who indeed? That's one of the mysteries before us. But there's another. Yes, a simple yet decisive question must be asked. Who swapped the red card for blue card? Who? The game, the murder is done. The victim's dead. The only two remain in the room, alive that is. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and our witness, Olga Orley. Okay, who was it that swapped the red card? I don't think it's Phoenix. But would be kind of weird if it was. Someone else? Dang, are we bringing another person into this? No, I'm gonna say Olga, but I'm intrigued why the game is letting me pick someone else. Oops. I keep pressing the wrong button there. Well, it must have been Olga Orley who swapped the cards. He was trying to cover up evidence of the cheating. That does make some sense. Uh-huh. Sorry. But there's a problem with that explanation. Eh? The swapped cards was from the wrong deck. Oh yes, a blue card was stuck into a red hand. Mixing a card from the wrong deck. When the blacks are different colors. Remember what you talked about Olga Orley. He was a dealer. Do you really think she would make such a novice mistake? Actually, I have trouble imagining even the judge making that mistake. Give it a little more thought, Apollo. Right. Fine, I'll go with someone else. Because if it's Phoenix, then why would he do that? The one who swapped the cards wasn't Mr. Wright, of course. And well, it doesn't seem like it would have been Olga Orley either. But what are you suggesting? That's hardly a logical conclusion, I'll admit. As the defense, I think only makes sense for you to name Miss Orley at this point. Yes, I know. But she was the one who dealt the cards, right? I just can't believe she would make a mistake of swapping the wrong color card. And if the card was swapped during the game, it'd be obvious. Something you'd like to share with the court, Mr. Wright? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. I was just thinking how much fun all this is.
Fun? How about confusing? I have no idea what the defense is claiming, Your Honor. If the one who swapped the cards wasn't the defendant and it wasn't Mr. Orley, then who was it?
Yeah, well, that is the question, isn't it? Precisely. Huh? I believe we're about to see this case take a new direction. A new direction? We'll find that indeed after the murder. Someone swapped one of the cards in the victim's hand. And that someone made two critical mistakes. I'm sure you're going to tell us that the first was swapping the wrong color card. Because the one who did the swap didn't know two colors of cards were being used. The other mistake was the number on the card. Right. The person replaced the 5th ace with a king. I'm sure whoever swapped it wasn't expecting there to be a 5th ace after all. All they knew was that the game had been won with a full house. So they picked up the king from the table and swapped it in. But there's one problem. According to our court record, this person doesn't exist. True, not until now. But you have to admit the possibility of a 4th person. Oh, it's more than a possibility. There was someone else there that night at the scene of the crime. What? I believe the judge spoke truthfully earlier. You do make trials ridiculous, Mr. Wright. This trial has proceeded on one certain assumption. Namely, that at the time of the incident, there were only 3 people in that room. I believe this new evidence, shall we say, overturns that assumption. The problem is that you choose to conceal this information from the court. I suppose that is a problem, yes. Court is adjourned for a brief recess. Mr. Gavin, I'll see you in my chambers during this recess. Certainly, Your Honor. Very well, the trial will resume in 20 minutes. Jesus. April 20th, 11:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. That was quite unexpected, Mr. Wright. To suddenly claim there was another person in the scene of the crime like that. I must ask, is it the truth? Well, no. I think you would know the answer to that. Be mysterious, are we? Sadly, I have no time for mysteries. I only ask that you leave the defending to your defense in the future. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee the outcome. I see you haven't mellowed out one bit, Christoph. Justice? Yes, sir. The judge has summoned me to his chambers to carry on without me. You did well, Apollo. Can I ask you something? Sure. That locket you wear. Is that really yours, Mr. Wright? Yeah, you're wondering about the victim's disappearing locket. Here you can take a look at it. That's a picture of my daughter in here. Oh my god, it is! Yeah. We saw it briefly, but okay. I'm just surprised to hear you had a daughter. Most people are. Perhaps you'll meet her one of these days. Oh boy. One more question. The one who cheated that night, was it you? What do you think? Huh? You know what happened 7 years ago? What I did? Naturally, no, we don't. What do you mean? It's not unreasonable for you to think I might cheat. I never, honest, but it is odd that he managed to go undefeated for 7 whole years. Want to know something? There's only one game where you can be dealt bad cards all night and still win. Poker. Eh? You see, poker is all about reading your opponent. In that way, it's a lot like a court case. Poker is like a trial law. Figure out what your opponent is thinking and you'll win. Well, yeah, but that's harder than it sounds. I think not. Eh? Try as they might to conceal it, everyone reveals their true colors in the end. The body language can become a valuable source of information. You're kidding. That witness, for instance, Miss Orley. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? No. Come on, who'd notice that? Words, habits, twitches. It's all information for reading. That's the secret of winning, Apollo. Someone taught me, now I pass the secret to you. But I'm not worthy. I mean, there's no way I'll pick up on these signals. No, you can do it. Huh? You just don't know it yet. What he's talking about. But you will. Soon. Almost forgot. One more thing. About this case. You should know I haven't told the truth to anyone yet. What? I knew it! I have my reasons, of course. Shall be revealed. And Apollo, I need you to be there, defending me. I need your power. My, power? I had no idea my cores of steel were that special. And it's time. The real trial begins now. Do your best. Alright, Phoenix, who made you this cool all of a sudden? Bang! Save. Yes, we would like to save. And I'm looking at the clock. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I feel like I do have to cut it here because otherwise it will just keep. Pretty sure this next part is probably gonna take us another hour, and unfortunately I don't have the time to do that. So, oh, maybe I should do a double save here.